Hi, this is Kim, and welcome to Expressions of the Universe's weekly messages. So, I don't know if you saw my preview earlier today. I was really in a rush, and so I just wanted to kind of give you a little bit of a clip. And I didn't even really talk about most of the things that I wanted to, and so I decided I'm going to start using a list when I'm picking up message of different energies. The one thing I want to remind everybody, we are coming into the holidays. It's the first night of Hanukkah, so happy Hanukkah from Expressions of the Universe and from me. And then, we'll get into Christmas, Kwanzaa, the New Year is coming. I've mentioned it before, and a lot of people really kind of get into a very joyous, happy mood, or they go the complete opposite spectrum. And it could be a very painful time for a lot of people. I just want to remind everybody that this is the time of the year for all of us to express kindness to strangers, to anyone. And it really makes you feel good inside. It's a way of bringing happiness to yourself. One of the best ways to bring happiness into your life is by doing something for someone else. Something that was not expected. It's the quickest way to launch happiness in your life. And I also have to say, speaking of happiness, a lot of people think that if they had a certain amount of money or if they had certain things in their life, that it would bring happiness to them. And it's a known fact that we all have a certain set point of happiness within ourselves when we're born. We can excel those levels of happiness through gratitude, daily gratitude practices. I mention it all of the time. But also, too, by helping others, doing kind acts for people will also increase your happiness. It's also a known fact that if you were to hit the lottery, within 6 months, even though you have this enormous amount of money, within 6 months, you're going to be back at your set point level of happiness. So a lot of you may be saying, no, I will be happy if I have this. And you could be happy for a little while. But if you don't have happiness within yourself on a daily basis, and gratitude and joy, no amount of any kind of material goods are going to make you happy. And if you think a certain Christmas present or Hanukkah present, Kwanzaa present will make you happy, then you really kind of need to look within yourself and see what's missing there, because material goods should not bring you sustained happiness. It just fills a void for a short period of time, and then you have to keep filling that hole. So I'm off that rant. Also, it's a time for peace. And this week, as we're coming into the new moon, it's a time for us to start winding down. Kind of staying at home, staying with family, staying with friends, and finding that peacefulness in this winter season. We do have the winter solstice coming on the 21st, and I'll talk more about that next week. But I want to talk about the new moon energy. Currently, the moon is in Scorpio. Today could be a very emotional day, the past couple of days. Tomorrow could be very emotional, because that's what Scorpio is about. The new moon on Friday is in Sagittarius. It's a fire sign. And the theme around that new moon is belief. Believe. Like, believe in the magic. So think of all of the things that you could possibly want to manifest in your life, even if it is winning the lottery, and believe in that magic on Friday and Saturday with that new moon energy. Put out to the universe how you want your life to look in this new year that's coming up, and truly believe in it so that you can manifest it. If you don't really believe that it could happen for you, it's not. It's only when you know that you can have these things in your life that it will come to fruition. I mentioned before in my preview from this morning, people will have a tendency to make big promises this week. That's that Mars-Uranus opposition. Some people are calling Uranus Prometheus. I'm trying to get on board with that idea. I see what the idea of that is, and I need to do a little more research to see, which way I'll be wavering to. Also, a lot of people will be changing direction this week. So something that you may have believed in or felt was truthful to you is starting to fall away. You're no longer holding that belief. It may not feel like it sits right with you. Don't be surprised if by the end of the week you do a complete 360, or 180 I should say, and completely change direction and start to go with a new belief. That's what this entire month of Sagittarius is about. It's about our beliefs, what we're standing in our truth about, and are we going to put up with things that we no longer believe in. So I want to get on to the reading. I did preview a few cards this morning, and when I was shuffling the deck, these two cards came out, and it's gratitude and acceptance. Let me try and get those in there for you. Here, I'll do one at a time so that you can pause your screen. Hopefully you can read it. That was acceptance. This is gratitude. And what these two cards are saying is, now is the time, more than ever, for you to be grateful for everything that is happening in your life, even if it's not what you wanted, or if it's something that you didn't think that you wanted. If things aren't even going your way, you still have to be grateful that things aren't going your way, because you have to know that the universe is either, sending you something for your higher good, or they're taking away something for your higher good. Trust me on this. Even when I lost my job earlier this year, I knew that there was something bigger and better coming my way. I didn't know what it was yet, but I had to put my trust in the universe, in my spirit guides, in my ancestors, in the archangels, that they were guiding me towards something better. So that really kept my spirits up. It kept me optimistic, because I knew when something is being taken away from me, I know that it's because something better is coming. So here I am 8 months down the road from losing my previous job. I took a position which on paper probably a lot of my friends were thinking I was absolutely nuts for taking. And it is turning out to be one of the best decisions I made. I even came home tonight and I said, it's almost as if the universe said, okay, if you take this piece of crap and you're grateful for it, we're going to turn it around and we are going to provide for you. And that's really what is happening. I would have never expected it, but I knew that all I needed to do was accept that this was happening and be grateful for it. So these two cards really kind of, speak to what even happened to me. And this acceptance card is talking about accepting people for who they are and not for who you want them to be. And this is also accepting yourself for who you are and not what other people want you to be. There is no judgment here. It's just about loving and accepting your situation for what it is, accepting people for who they are. Don't try and change people. If you are not liking the way somebody is, you want to take a look at yourself, first of all, and see what it is about yourself that you don't like. But if you don't like a person and you're being very judgy with them, then don't be around them. If you cannot accept them without judging them, then you have no business in that situation or with those people. So then the card that I actually drew, those cards fell to the floor, so I wanted to do, I wanted to read them, because what falls to the floor comes to the door. But the card that I drew is hope. And I'm not sure if you could see that. Hopefully you can pause your screen. Let me see if I can get up there a little bit better. And the hope card really talks about no matter what is occurring in your life, you must stay optimistic. You have to know that the sun will shine on you again, and that anything that you're being brought through or that is being brought to you is for a reason to serve your higher purpose, to serve some sort of purpose in your life. And remain optimistic, because when you do that, then good opportunities will be brought your way. Just remain hopeful and keep the faith that everything will work out the way it's supposed to. Now, the crystal cards that I drew, the first one is, it's a fire card, and the crystal is zincite, and it's about creation, creativity, and what is it that you're creating in your life. Now, I don't personally have any zincite, but I carried this with me all day today, and it is a piece of carnelian, and it holds pretty much the same energy. It's for the sacral chakra, which is right below your navel, your belly button, and this is the area that you want to focus on this week. And it's about putting things into action. But this creation card is also about, it's talking about remembering back to when you were a child and when you were joyful and you would go outside and play, and, you know, you were free, and, you know, you didn't really have a care in the world. You need to play more. And that is what this card is saying. You know, be creative, play more, and therefore you will bring more joy into your life. The next crystal card, this will be for more towards the end of the week, is lapis lazuli. I thought it was a water card, but it's actually a wind card. And this is about self-knowledge. And I did show you earlier in my preview this piece of lapis lazuli that I have. This is such a chunk. Those bands, I think they may look gray in the video, but these are actually bands of gold. This weighs a lot. It's like a bar of soap, but I do have it on a lovely pedestal that sits at my front door when you walk in. But I also have my little meditation lapis lazuli. And when I'm meditating, when I lay down, I place that on my third eye. This is also a good throat chakra stone because it helps you speak your truth, but it also helps to see vision for yourself. So self-knowledge is saying to me that this is a time where you need to learn about yourself. You need to, you know, figure out what it is that you want in your life and do what's best for you, for your higher good. I think I mentioned a little bit more of it in my preview, so you may want to watch the video that I taped earlier today. All right, so I drew some cards from the Gaia deck. I haven't used this for a few weeks. And then I also used my favorite Wisdom of the Avalon deck. So I have quite a few cards that I need to get through. But they all really tie into each other. The first card that came up is Remembrance. And it's card number 21, I believe. Now, what this is saying to me is, especially with this Scorpio moon that we're in right now, is, you know, a lot of painful memories, a lot of things could be going on with you emotionally that's churning up feelings that you had in the past. Something this week is triggering the way that you felt in the past. You're remembering, you know, past holidays or a past situation that something right now happened that, here's my little, this is my little old boy. And he loves to work with me. This is the first time he's been in one of these videos. But anyway, it's okay to allow these emotions to come forward, but I don't want you to sit and dwell on them all week. You have to, you know, allow yourself to think about them, process the feelings, and then you really need to let it go. You know, you can't be living in the past. You can't be carrying this pain on. And if something that happened to you this week is triggering, you know, like a horrible way that you felt, you know, sadness or whatever, take a look at what that situation is and make sure that you move beyond that. Now, the next card that came up, I think it's card 31. It's Ganesha. And We have a little bit of a glare going on there, and I apologize. I'm trying to improve the lighting in here so that you could see me. But this is a card of protection, and she is here to protect you this week while you are processing some past feelings, going through some of these emotions, and going through some changes. So just know that you are being guided towards something of your highest good. So if you have lost something or lost someone in the past week or two, just know that you are being guided in the right direction away from something that no longer served you. Now, the next card that I chose, I believe it is card 13, which is Divine and Ascended Masters. And it's interesting too because it's a reflection of the moon in the water, and we do have the new moon coming. And what this reflection card is saying to me is, if you have some chaos going on in your life right now, chaos going on around you, that is a reflection of what is going on inside you. So you may want to take a very good look at yourself and try and discover what is going on within you that is creating chaos in your physical reality. The new moon is a great time to be letting all of that go. It's a very good time for releasing anything that is no longer serving a higher purpose in your life. It's a time to reflect, but then come Friday, you need to let it go. So I was very compelled to draw a couple of Wisdom of the Avalon cards. I was going to stop at the Gaia cards, and look what I picked. The first card that came up is Letting Go. And it is a mile marker in our lives. And the energy this week is about letting go of things that are no longer serving us. I've been saying it for weeks. I've been saying it for months, but it keeps coming up over and over again. Sometimes we have to continually work on these things in order to, be able to let them go. Now, if you're having a hard time, especially during this time of the year, which a lot of people are, sometimes it would also be helpful to seek out some professional help, a counselor or health professional that you can maybe speak to if you are not able to get through these emotions and these feelings come the end of this week. The serpent came up next, and the serpent is about healing, and it's also about knowledge. And so what this is saying to me is, you are on the right path. You are being guided away from something that does not serve you any longer, and that's okay. But you may want to read up on it. You may want to do a little bit of research, to even research about what your feelings are on your situation. Because with knowledge comes power. It also comes, healing comes with that. But I just want you to know that even though you may be going through a rough time right now, this is what is, I can't even talk, I'm sorry. Even if you're going through a rough time right now, it's actually a blessing in disguise. You may not see the purpose right now. Just know that you are protected, you are being guided divinely, and when you come out of it on the other end, everything will be good. And then the final card, and I'm really glad that I drew this because I made a mental note to bring up Hawk Totem this week, because I've been hearing hawk all week long. And I can't see them, but I hear them. I hear them crying out. I hear them crying out to each other. And I look up in the sky, and I can't find them. Every once in a while I can, but I can hear them. It's like a high-pitched sound. I almost was just going to do it, but I'm not very good at it. If you have hawks near you, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But when I hear the hawk, I try and make sure that my animals are inside, because some of them are big enough around here that they could swoop down and grab Grab this little guy anyway, my little oi boy, or grab one of my cats and take off with them. But anyway, what the hawk is saying, it's about omens and messages. So I want you to pay extreme close attention over the next 2 weeks of any kind of signs that you see, messages, because this is a time of year when our loved ones that have passed, or even our spirit guides, are sending us messages. They want to be with us for the holidays. They are happy for us. They want to see us joyous. And they will send you little messages. It may be a song you hear on the radio. You may overhear somebody's conversation, and it provides valuable 411 information to you. Messages can come through in many, many different ways. And, you know, you could even say, oh, that was a coincidence. That just reminded me of so-and-so. There are no such things as coincidences. If you hear or see something and it reminds you of someone that has passed, someone that you loved, know that that's probably them sending you a message. Is that my bell going off saying, yes, ding, 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 ding. Kim, you are correct. But really pay attention to the signs. Also, these signs, these messages that you may get, may also provide you an open door of some sort of an opportunity that might be coming your way. Don't be surprised if you overhear a conversation and it gives you an idea to go pursue something that you see, gives you a flash of an idea to go and do something or to be in a certain place at a certain time. It's all divinely guided. So keep your eyes out for the hawk for the next couple of weeks. Know that any messages coming through very well could be of your loved ones, saying Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, or even Happy New Year. They want to see you happy. I've really gone over the time limit here on YouTube, so I hope that I'm able to upload this for you. And that's pretty much all I have for you for this week. Yeah, that's about it. So, from me and Oi, and Expressions of the Universe, Oi baby, say Merry Christmas, Happy Blessings. Oh, have a great week, everybody. Bye.